they asked us to maintain the SOP. And according to their studies and report from the pediatricians, good pediatricians, the infection rate among the children are very less. Even they have tested 6,472 children. Out of them, only 14 tested positive. Means the rate of positivity among the children are very, very less. And they studied the real education at the rural and among the students of poor community. The survey says that more than 50% have not been benefited by the online education because of different reasons. Whether it may be a technical reason where internet was there, not in some houses there may not be having smartphones. All such reasons are there, and according to even the government survey, more than 30% of the students did not appear on the online classes. So we targeted that class, particularly poor and who did not had any facility to have online education. So we were interested, department was interested in starting offline education. In general, in the government school, particularly in the government schools, more than 60-70% of the schools have very good infrastructure where the students' population is very less. So distance maintaining between the students is not at all a problem to us, and our classrooms are also big. We had asked them to maintain 15 to 20 students in a classroom with all students should have mask, and all teachers who come to teach should be vaccinated. Among 261,000 teachers in the state, 250,000 teachers have been vaccinated. Out of them, 141,000 teachers have been vaccinated, both the doses. We have asked the total administration of the district to see that SOP maintained properly, and if something goes wrong, immediately all our taluk offices should maintain some beds, reserve some beds for this, especially for the children, should have ventilators for the children, etc., etc., a special mask to the children. Some of the taluks have done it. There are many taluks which did not have a positivity of 2% even at the time of peak. When India found at a highest level, even many taluks did not have positivity, even the COVID-1, COVID-2 and at present. Considering all this, I think there is not a very much risk factor. If we feel there is amount of risk, definitely we give same importance of, to the children's, particularly education and also with the health, regarding health. So we'll take a decision. We are every day monitoring the things, and we are every DDPI and BEO should report every evening whether some symptomatic students are there or not. They should check them, and one student per bench. All such precautionary measures have been taken, and particularly 6th, 7th, 8th, that classes has to be sanitized on every Saturday. And we have also asked the institutions to close the institution for 1 week after sanitization if some positivity arrives. No, we have given an option for every parent. We have not them made compulsory. There is no attendance also. We have requested them. We have started the school only considering the continuity of the students, only considering their welfare. And we have told them that all precautionary measures have been taken place. But particularly students from rural areas where there was no internet, where they did not have smartphone, we have a attendance of more than 85-90%. So I think the targeted groups are coming to the schools, and we are achieving the whatever the things we had felt it is necessary. Our leader Narendra Modi ji wants value-based education. This was the aim of many freedom fighters, many country-loving leaders who wanted a series of change in education system. Even Gandhi specifically told, Vivekananda told that our education system is not Swadeshi-based education system. It was British who drafted it and who aimed at for some other purpose, and their purpose was serving. So all the freedom fighters were telling, including Rabindranath Tagore, Vinoba Bhave, everyone was saying that we should have a change in education system which gives value-based education and importance for the skills. Narendra Modi ji wants their dreams to be executed. Now bottom-up approach has been started. Curriculum has been asked to be done by the state government itself. Central government is going to, only after getting curriculum from the all state, common curriculum will be done. So based on the requirement of the state, based on the thinking of the state, curriculum will be drafted. So Karnataka, we had a best system of education even before NEP. We had executed many changes which was told in 68 and 86, and our literary rate was also higher, comparatively higher other state, and we had a system. So it was easy for us to implement new NEP. And for secondary and primary, we are thinking how the curriculum should be. Technicians and experts in child education were saying that always education should be, at least early education should be in the mother tongue. Then itself they can understand the reality, and 90% of the nations in the world are giving education from the mother tongue. So this was not the demand of now, it was the demand of the since independence. 85% of the brain of the children grows at the age of 6. So whatever the knowledge they acquire is at that age. So the best medium of instruction at that age is the mother tongue. Whenever BJP speaks of reality, there are some of the people who oppose it. The reality is cannot be denied by saying false many times. Today or tomorrow, reality has to come, and history books are not written by the BJP people. BJP came to power only recently, but history has been written long back. They are not BJP people. Then there was no BJP at all. How can they comment like that? Only it is power, vote politics that is Congress is doing, and it is doing again with regard to Tipu Sultan. This was the demand of many mothers of that community, because their children should also compete with the other children of the country. So some may have taken the decision. Taking the feedback of 5, 6, 7, 8, we are going to do that.
If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel.